Hey guys, Jason Dude Guy here. Welcome. This is the last episode of the sort of noob, I guess you could say, series. Because I will be going over today the block of redstone and other components that give off power, such as pressure plate, button, and lever, and let's see, we also got the R button and so forth. Basically, I'll start off with the redstone block. It's crafted with, you basically just fill up the crafting table with redstone each slot, and it just gives off constant redstone pulse, or current, not pulse, but current. There's no way to turn it off like a torch, but it does turn torches off if you place them on it. It's sort of a bit useless, but, you know, works anyways, so, yeah. You know, you can't power it and turn it off. Hold on. See, it's still just on. But anyways, this is basically the redstone block. Torches just turn off on it, and you know they're not giving off pulse anymore. But if you just have a regular block of it, it gives off redstone everywhere, on the top of it, on the sides. If I put it up in the air a little bit, it'll give off on the bottom too, because that's a little bit of a recap from this. And one thing I just forgot to mention, because there's so much about powered blocks, is that if you have a block powered, we'll just do this, it also gives off from below too. But, and same with the redstone block, it just gives off pulse to below. Now, the way these things work is you can't place pressure plates on the side of blocks, only on the top. And to give off, if you have something right next to them, there is a difference between the wood and the stone pressure plate. Stone pressure plate can only be set off by moving characters like me. Oh, that's where I got a cape. But wooden pressure plates can be set off by people and items being thrown on them. And will stay on until the item is taken off. But as you can see here, with the stone pressure plate, it doesn't get activated by items. So that's the difference between these two. They just give off a full 15 block current. They cannot be powered or anything to do something special to them. They'll still, and they don't act as a block either. See, that current doesn't go through at all. They can give power to repeaters. Oh wait. Like that. But, let's see. One thing that they can do is they can give power to the bottom part there. And just note that if a repeater was there, this is a good way to hide a bit of redstone. There's a hidden repeater here, which actually takes from there. And if I, do that, it'll power it. So basically it gives power to behind the wall. Let me just turn these off. And also we could have these be levers on the top of the block, on the side of the block, or just on the ground even. That's basically how pressure plates work. Levers, like I'm going over here, I'll just leave these as torches. And, levers are sort of just another way of powering a block. You know, when you flip them once, they give off pulse, and when you flip them again, they turn off the pulse. They power the full block. I'll show you here. They can power in any direction. They can power right next to it. I'll just put it on the side of the block. You know, it powers all that. It powers on top too. You know, everywhere. You can also put them on the ground next to it. It'll give off full pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, 15 blocks, just like a torch, because that's the farthest redstone can go, and you can put that through a repeater, just like anything else. But we might actually need this here. But yeah, that's basically the lever. And it powers below the block and on top. Like I'll show you here. You can also just give it delay like that, and it will work. And you could also have the same thing like this. That's basically a lever. And that leaves us with nothing but the two different types of buttons. And then I won't go over these yet because they're a bit advanced. Well, I'll go over them in this episode. Now basically a button is like a lever, only it stays on for just a little bit of time. You can't place it on top of blocks, but you know, it gives off pulse for like a few seconds and then it turns off. But what's the difference between these? I mean, obviously you can't throw items at them to turn them on. But what the difference is between these is you can actually, with the wooden buttons, you can take out, I'll show you here, you can shoot them with a bow. And it's all buggy. But you take it, see, I'll show you here. Okay, I'm not sure why it shows it right here, but that's just a bug. But, hold on, let's see. I'll shoot from all the way back here. And it's just all being all buggy, even though it's over here. Like this. You know, counts as touching the button, and it sets it off. You can also do it manually. But you see, you can't do that with a regular button. But you can use the regular one by hand. And that's the only way to use it. Wait, what the heck? Hold on. Wooden buttons seem to stay, to me, to stay for a much longer time than regular ones. Hold on, so I'll show you like that. These ones stay pushed a bit longer. That's basically the full overview of buttons. Tripwire hooks are exactly the same. I'll just show you how to use them. All you need for them is just tripwire and string, which you literally place down string on the ground here, like that, and it hooks them up. And these can give off pulse, like this. You know, triggers both of them. But please note that when you break them, it sets them off. But if you don't want that happening, and you don't want like how a trap be triggered, you break them with shears. But if you just break them like that, it gives off a pulse anyways. That way you can cut it. These sort of, if you're wondering about mid-air, these sort of work in mid-air, sort of don't. Let's see, so I'll just take this example here. So these are in mid-air. Okay, I'm not sure why it just shows a regular texture, because they're supposed to be big and fat like that. Oh, that's right there because they're hooked up. Anyways, it works on both of them or just one. You could also have an invert cell like that. And if I break it like that, or hold on, if I break it like that, it still sets it off. Or if I just break it with shears, it doesn't do anything. But it looks like it's a lot bigger in midair, like the little box around it. Unless it's connected up to tripwires. That's the tripwire, and it basically just gives off pulse. Now I'm gonna go over the weighted pressure plates, which basically I'll show you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And also there's one other thing I'll go over here later, the daylight sensor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just making sure. These cannot be tripped off by players, but can be tripped off, however, by items. let's see. So I think it's Z. Hold on. But obviously this is the light one, the gold one, and this is the heavy one. So that just gives off one little pulse. But if you throw more stacks of items on there, I'll just even throw a bunch of stuff on there, and as you can see over time it grows. But obviously, you can the light one doesn't need as many items, but as for the heavy one, you need a few stacks. Or I just use slash clear net data power of 1. That's the real basics of the weighted pressure plates. Now I'll just go about here, and I'll show you the daylight sensor. So as you can see, it's approaching nighttime. Well, I have it set to only day. But the daylight sensor gives off a pulse. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A pulse of what type of time of day it is. Slash time set, I think 8000 is day, or is like, hold on, let's try. Well, that's 12 o'clock noon. And it gives off a full pulse at noon, and then that'll go away in a second. That one, because it's sensing how time of day is. There, well, no, it hasn't yet. If I set to there, maybe. If I set to 12, obviously, it's lost a lot more. But make sure you do note this is not like a solar panel. It does work if it is under here, and this can be used for something really cool I've seen. But anyways, that's how that works. And yeah, I think that's all there is for the basic noob really things. I won't make a world download of this or anything like that, but if you want to if you really need help with this, you don't get it, really just post a comment on it. I'll invite you on the server for a little bit, and I'll really just talk to you, try to show you the ways of doing it. I have TeamSpeak if you want to talk to me. I think I might know a server that we could go on. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't been on public servers. I've only been on like Minecraft server, TeamSpeak before, for servers that aren't popular much, or VIP servers, that sort of thing. But if you totally get this, that's a good thing. But really, just tell me if you want me to go over this more, because I'm willing to teach you guys how to use all this. Because I know you guys, there are a lot of people out there that have trouble with Redstone and really want to know. These are just the basics of it. There's a lot more, as you can see. Oh, I forgot to go over doors. You can basically power doors. Dispensers, I'll go over doors and dispensers and all these trapdoors and stuff later. Don't worry, this will be covered. Basically, this was a 3-part series of just going over the noob stuff for really real noobs at Redstone. Because as you can see here, when I started out, with the real basics. I started out showing you the repeater lock. I showed you how to use a repeater. I just showed you how far Redstone goes, and that's something that a Redstoner, a real pro Redstoner like me, knows right off the top of their head. Well, I can't say pro Redstoner. I'm a bit better with command blocks than I am with the circuitry. But I'm fairly good at circuitry. I could prove that to you if I wanted to, if I had to, but I don't have to. And anyways, like I said, tell me if you need me to go over any of this stuff. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will be starting another series really soon. I basically did this all in one day, and it's starting to get late for me, and I want to compress these files. So I'm gonna go. This was the noob series, the 3-part noob series, for Redstone, and soon I'll be starting medium series, or yeah. So bye.